It's the grandson of Right Thought. You guys want to know how you know whether somebody's worth it? A relationship is worth it? It's if it's a mutually beneficial relationship. If they're willing to pour onto the scale what you are willing to pour onto it, that's when it's worth it. And it's not worth it if they're not willing to do that. It's just that simple. It's not worth it if they're not willing to put what you're willing to put on the scale. Because if they're not, that's called iniquity, unbalanced scales. And what did Yahushua say? Depart from me, you workers of iniquity. Y'all want to suck and 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 use and use and use and use and use and use without putting anything on the scale, without paying for it. You want to suck it all up without giving anything in return. You see? Narcissism. Y'all, forget, what did Yahushua say? Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those that trespass against us. What do narcissists do? First of all, they don't forgive anybody that trespasses against them. So do you think that they ask the Most High for forgiveness for their own trespasses? Fuck no. Because they haven't trespassed anybody. Everybody's trespassing them. And their most famous excuse is, I know I don't deserve it. I'm such a low person, I know. That's their favorite thing to go to. Don't fall for that bullshit. A nigga know when another nigga hurting. A person knows that. They know when another person is in pain, and they should have a natural reaction to that. Empathy is what it's called. If they don't have empathy for the pain and suffering of another, then they're not an empath. They can't feel for you, so they can't love their neighbor, can they? No, they can't. So for you to think that they can is foolishness on your end, putting all your energy onto a scale, and they're not putting anything on it. They're just sitting with their arms folded up. Put more on there. Put more energy on there. Please me. That's all they do. That's all the fuck they know. Fucking narcissists, fucking demonic ass entities. And whenever a demonic entity takes over a person, you can see it and you can tell because they're not willing to put anything on the scales. They're not willing to meet you equally with what you put on. So when they're having a rough day and you say, hey, what's going on? And they say, I'm having a rough day. And you go over there, you talk to them and you give them your time, you give them encouragement, you give them love and care, and then you see them built back up, and then you're like, okay, good. Are they willing to do that for you? When you're down and out, when you're fucked up, when you're having a bad day, or they fucking ignore you? Do they check on you like you check on them? Because if they don't, that's called iniquity. And you need to separate yourself from shit like that. Because these are fucking vampires that are sucking your energy, sucking your resources, sucking the goodness, the kindness, the pearls that you have. They are swine. They are trampling that shit under their feet, and then they are turning and they're rending you, destroying your ass, sucking you dry of all of your energy. That's why I said don't cast your pearls before swine. Fuck them. Once you see the iniquity, you say, depart from me, you worker of iniquity. You ain't no friend to me. You don't love me. You don't care for me. Because I know what it looks like. I know that it's kind, patient, long-suffering, seeks not its own, does not puff itself up, is not prideful, does not rejoice in lying and wickedness, but rejoices in the truth, is not envious. I know that. So when I see you and you're doing all that shit, you're a fucking hater. You're mean as fuck. You're selfish as hell. You don't put anything on the scales when somebody puts things on the scales for you. You don't balance it and put it back so it's mutually beneficial. You don't do that. You just suck their fucking energy. And when they need you, you're nowhere to be found. Ain't that right, you narcissist? You're nowhere to be found because you don't have anything to give. You have nothing to give. You're just a fucking leech. What do the leech give you? What did the fucking mosquito give? When he suck your fucking blood, what does he give you in exchange for it? A fucking itchy ass bump? Huh? Discomfort. The same thing these fuckers are doing. What does the leech give you when he sucks your fucking blood? What does he actually give you in exchange for your blood? Nothing but discomfort. That's what these fuckers are doing. They use you to build themselves up. And then once they build themselves up, they discard you like a dirty fucking rag. They do not care about you at all. They only care about building them fucking selves up. And if you're able to do that for them, then they'll only use you for that. They'll use you to build themselves up till they feel good. And then they say, fuck you to you. And they leave you depleted. They don't do what's mutually beneficial, which is if you build somebody up, they come to you and say, you know what, thank you for that. And they show it to you by being there when you need them. But if they're not there for you, if they don't care about you, if they don't check on you, if they don't give a fuck when you're clearly displaying heartache and pain, then fuck them. Because they're a heartless motherfucker. That's what they are. They're a tear. They're not real. See, because a real person has empathy. A real being has empathy. They can feel another person's feelings. And damn, that person is in pain. That hurts me to see them in pain. They don't have that. They don't feel a fucking thing when you're in pain. They don't feel nothing. Reptilian, cold-blooded, no expression, expressionless. They shed more tears over their own fucking insecurities and inadequacies than they do over hurting you with their inadequacies. It's me. It's my fault. I'm not a good person. I'm just fucking dumb. That's all the fuck they cry about. And they only do that so that you can stop telling them how they're hurting you and say, oh my God, look, man, calm down, man. I'm sorry you're crying. That's the only reason they're doing it. To get a response out of you. Not because it's true. Because if it was true, then they would change. They'd stop doing it. They'd stop hurting you. They would stop causing the pain in your life that they're causing. If they really were an empath and if they really cared, they would change. They'd stop. But these wicked ass narcissists, they don't stop. They dig the knife in deeper. They do more things to hurt you worse. Because they're only looking at their own goddamn self. They can't see your pain. They can't feel the shit. They can't do it. They're always looking for a reason to give themselves what they feel like they deserve. See, because they hate themselves. Isn't it strange to be a narcissist and fucking hate yourself? Isn't that strange? Because people think you love yourself when you're being a narcissist. These fuckers hate themselves. So they hate everybody else. See, you can only treat people the way you treat yourself. If you hate yourself and treat yourself bad and criticism and judging every fucking thing you do and calling yourself stupid and calling yourself all these dumbass names inside yourself, that's what you feel about other people. You can't hide it. It's going to come out. So narcissists truly hate themselves. So they hate your ass. It's one or the other with a narcissist. I told you. They either think they're the best fucking thing in the world, they think you're the best fucking thing in the world, or you're the worst. You're not a person who can make mistakes and have trip ups and all that. No, they don't understand that. You're either the best fucking thing in the world or the worst. Because that's what they think about themselves. They think they're the best fucking person in the world or they're the worst person in the world. That's what they think. They don't have any adult mindset about this shit. They think as children think about it. It's good all the way or it's bad all the way. There isn't any balance in it. They are completely unbalanced people. And so they do a lot of dumbass shit to themselves to prove to themselves how much they hate themselves when they feel that in that low ass vibration. And then they hide it from you, empath. So if you're in a relationship with the person like this, they'll fucking do some dumbass shit like fucking get bustos ran on them. Fucking female, she feels bad or she's a narcissist. She feels bad about herself. She'll go get bustos ran on her. Or suck some dick. Or fuck somebody that she just met. She'll do these things so that she can prove to herself how fucking low she is. And then when she feels better, she come back to you and she'll hide the shit. Act like she never did it. You see what I'm saying? These people are fucking insane. They're out of their fucking minds. And as soon as you realize that, then the sooner you know how to make war, which is to pull your feelings out of this shit. Fuck what they're talking about. Fuck all that shit they're talking about, how much they care about you and they love you and they're there for you and all that shit. Their actions prove that they're not. They don't give a fuck about you. And the sooner you realize that, then the sooner you can make proper war, which is to take your feelings and put them where they belong, which is back inside yourself. And not displaying them outwardly to people that don't give a fuck, that are just going to stomp on it and turn and rend you. That's all they're going to do. Heartless bastards. Wicked ass baby's kids. They don't give. They only want to receive. They don't call you to check on you, but they expect you to call them to check on them. When you're feeling down and out, they don't come and see how you're doing. They don't sit and talk with you and really be a friend to you and really listen. But they expect you to do that when they feel that way. They do all kind of wicked shit and hiding shit from you and hiding secrets from you. But then you better not be hiding shit from them. You better not be doing anything behind their backs. But meanwhile, they're doing all the shit that they're accusing you of doing. Fucking, ooh, Lord. Something the fuck else. These evil, wicked motherfuckers. There's something the fuck else with this shit. Accusers. It's all the fuck they do. And the sooner you realize that, and the sooner you come into truth, and the sooner you can make proper warfare against them. Knowing who your enemies are. Knowing the tree by its fruit. No longer being deceived by these people with their fucking words. All they do is talk. Yes, I love you. I care about you. Yes, we're friends. Yes, I'm your this. Yes, we're this. Yeah. What about your actions? What do your actions say we are? When you're being disrespectful and mean as fuck. When you're not checking on this person you say you care about. When you're not there for them when they need you like they're there for you when you needed them. When the relationship is not equal, it's iniquity. What about that then? And that's when they hate you when you start talking like that, see? That's when you're the worst person in the world. So fuck them. See Lawan Misrella.